Hello, this is Michael. Welcome to Tarot by the Tree. This is lesson 3. In lesson 1, we recap what are tarot cards, and we learned that they are essentially a modern playing deck with an overlay of 22 cards called the Major Arcana. In lesson 2, we looked at the Tree of Life, which is an arrangement of 10 circles that rest on 2 pillars, one of severity, one of mercy. Today we're going to look at how the tarot cards and the Tree of Life correspond. We're going to look at the first 10 cards today, and you'll immediately see the relationship between the tree and the tarot deck. This is the Tree of Life. There are 10 Sephira, creative forces at the top, our world is at the bottom. There are 3 pairs of creative balanced forces. In the middle there is beauty and love, and below that there is the lens through which we can experience the upper worlds. I'm taking the tarot cards now. Remember that once upon a time, hundreds of years ago, people may have been trying to teach people what the Tree of Life meant as an introduction and a way of understanding Kabbalah. The cards were made to represent what the Kabbalah is, and we'll see this quite plainly in the next couple of lessons. There is one unnumbered card in the deck, and that's the card number 0, which we've already discussed is the set of -1 and +1. It is not emptiness, it is not nothingness, it is balance, it is no movement. This is the Fool card. We are going to be looking later on at the Fool as he moves through the Tree of Life. But first, let's just take a look at what the Tree of Life is and how the cards are meant and made to describe what each Sephira means. You'll see now how the cards were made to represent each one of the Sephira. The very top Sephira, the creative force manifested, we have the Magician. The Magician has all 4 suits on the table before him. His hand is raised that connects the upper energy downwards into the lower forms of material expression. Over his head is the sign of infinity, symbolizing that he comes from an eternal source and begins to be manifested. We see the first pair. The wild energy is the High Priestess. You'll see the 2 pillars here that are instantly formed, the pillar of severity and the pillar of mercy. The sexual signs behind her show the beginning of sexuality, of the different essences of different types of life. This is the pillar of masculinity. This is the pillar of femininity. It may be confusing to see the pillar of masculinity headed by the High Priestess. There is a point to this. She is neither man nor woman. She's both man and woman. The High Priestess cannot be narrowly confined to one sex. She is the beginning of the expression of the 2. Her sister is Bina, who is the icon of motherhood, of creative energy. She also forms the 3rd aspect of the supernal trinity. The High Priestess gives rise to the next pair, the kind king, who's the emperor, and the strict teacher, who's the Hierophant. In the middle, we have beauty and love, and that is represented by the Lovers. We move now into the card that is your imagination, and we see the Chariot. The essence of this card is he has harnessed the 2 aspects of his personality and keeps them under control. He's balanced by his sister, Strength, who subdues a lion without killing it, not because she is kind or merciful. She's not. She's on the side of severity. She does it because it's expedient, because she can, It's an expression of strength without unnecessary harshness or cruelty. We come now to Yesod, which is the lens through which we begin to see the worlds above, and we see the hermit beckoning with the glimmer of his lamp. Finally, we come down to our world, the planet Earth, and that's the Wheel of Fortune, symbolized by all things are possible, but at this point they tend to be a little mysterious. The creatures have wings, and you're at the mercy of the Wheel of Fortune. You have no real wisdom of the world. There are many powers above you, and sometimes these forces can conspire to move you in directions that are beyond your control. So we see now how the first 10 cards of the Kabbalah lie perfectly on the Tree of Life, and they tell the story of what each Sephirah represents. In Lesson 4, we'll look at the Fool's Journey through the next 10 Sephirah. Bye for now.